best way to reach a young dude is to be honest with him. And the problem that a lot of adults have is they tend to forget they was once this person's age. It's like, that's for one. For two, if a kid can't identify with you, the more you preach to him is going in one ear and out the other. Like a perfect example is one of my closest friends recently, something happened with his son. And his son was, trying to do something that he had no business doing. So he wanted me to talk to him, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, that's my friend. That's like my brother. And for two, my story is credible to the youth. Like a teacher could tell you, or maybe somebody in your church, or maybe somebody else could tell you, don't mess with the street. But the kid will always look at that person like, you don't understand the street. You don't understand what I'll go through. So what I did was, he came to my house. He came to my house, not in the hood. So I brought him to my real house, and I showed him. First thing I did was I brought my picture books down, and I did it strategically. I showed him pictures of some of my close friends that was drug dealers. You know, some of them was standing in front of their cars. Some of them was, doing what they was doing. The pictures that videos tend to look like, or that people tend to glorify. And for each picture, I told him a story. I said, you see this guy right here? My man was standing in front of a BM, chilling. I said, he's dead. He got killed. Drugs. You know what I'm saying? Then I showed him another picture. I said, this guy's dead. This guy's dead. This guy's in jail. This guy's in jail. I showed him the repercussions of that lifestyle. And then I admitted to him that I made the decision that would have led me to those situations. But I told him that I changed and I followed my vision. You know what I'm saying? And I told him anything that these rappers or drug dealers that you glorifying could get, you could get from working hard. And I used his father as an example. Like, I got a nice house. They have a nice house too. I said, your father didn't sell no drugs. Your father doesn't rap. He worked hard, and y'all have a house. So I also showed him my bullet wounds in my leg. So he already knows my story. And so me being able to express that to him, when you can relate to somebody, you always tend to listen to them more. And I know that from when I was a youth. But the problem with the adults now is, if you have no street credibility, as they like to call it, if you have no knowledge or understanding of what they're going through, then the kids are not going to open up to you. So my advice to the young dudes is, it's not even about advice to the young dudes. It's advice to the older dudes, because the older dudes have to guide the younger dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't guide the younger dudes, they're going to make mistakes. That's what youth is about. So the older dudes have to guide them instead of turning our faces up to them. Instead of, I give up on him. That's a saying we often hear. I give up. How you gonna give up? Like if Martin Luther King gave up, if Malcolm gave up, if Rosa Parks gave up, what about if Harriet Tubman gave up? What would we do? What would we be doing? So it's like we have to stop having that me agenda and have our people agenda.
I spend my days in a steel cage where brothers feel rage and get real with razor blades and ill ways. Or when my cell closed, my brain cells exposed and my pen excels to a part of hell froze. Inside of me was looking for a way out. Reality was telling me if I found a way out, I had to stay out. Plans I had to lay out in order to elevate from my identity, mentally accelerate.